Bishut Moray Verabotai, the Shi'ur of today, I want to talk about the Shlom Bayit. Unfortunately, there is a lot of problems around the world about the Shlom Bayit. The art of living together with Shlom Bayit. It's not something easy.
Cette conversation va être enregistrée.
It's not easy. The parasha of this week is the parasha of Mishpatim, and then the parasha of Teruma. Mishpatim, on the parasha of Mishpatim, it's the Torah talk about the Jews being slaves in Egypt, and Hashem, He liberate them from Egypt, and He give them the Torah. And before He give them the Torah, He proposed them, do you want the Torah? They said, Na'aseh v'nishma. We do, and then we listen. Usually, when we propose a business to somebody, we explain him about the business, and they listen. And then we accept or we don't accept. If you will propose a shidduch to get married to somebody, first he wants to know who's that girl. He will not tell you, yes, I'm married without knowing her. It's impossible. So, the Jews, when Hashem proposed them the Torah, instead of telling, we listen, then we do, they said, we do and we listen. And I think, for me, this is the base of the art of living together with Shlom Bayit. Always there is discussions in the house. And in Shlom Bayit, you need a Na'aseh v'nishma. A lot of times it happened that the lady, she wants to propose something to her husband. Her husband, he has to give her the chance, or maybe not to listen what she wants. Maybe he will give her the kavod to tell her, my dear, whatever you want, I'll do. Wow. She will be very, very surprised to listen that her husband, he loves her so much that without listening what she wants to tell him, he already accepted. Maybe if she wanted to propose something bad, knowing that her husband is willing to do whatever she wants, she will not tell him that bad thing. The same thing with the husband. It should be for the Shlom Bayit, we should always use the Na'aseh v'nishma. The Na'aseh v'nishma. We do after we listen. Why not? At least you sure. Then she will tell you, no, listen. Okay. At least she knows that you want to do. You know, my friend, a lot of times there is problems in the house because of the education of the children. She wants this, he wants that, he wants this, he wants that. Let's take an example from Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. They never had a problem of Shlom Bayit between Abraham and Yitzhak, Yaakov. Even that when Sarah, she was a lady, and she copied her husband. Her husband, he was dealing with men to teach them how to become observant, how to believe in Hashem. At that time, there was no Torah. And Sarah, she understood, what if Abraham will teach people how to be observant, how to believe in Hashem, and their wives, they believe in idolatry. So Sarah, she helped her husband. And that's the way they've been living together. And just imagine how much there will be no Shlom Bayit if Abraham will convert men, and after they will have problems with their wives. So Sarah, she helped her husband in that kind of situation. And we saw when one day when Hashem said to Abraham, go to Egypt, because there is no food in Israel, and his wife, she was very beautiful, and he kept her in a suitcase. Can you imagine? It was very hot. And Sarah could tell her husband, no, I don't want to go. You are afraid that people will see me, so let's stay here. But there is no food, so we have to do like everybody. And Sarah, she listened to her husband. Na'aseh v'nishma. We listen. And my friend, something incredible I want to tell you. One day, there was a big problem between Abraham and Sarah about the education of Ishmael. And Sarah, she told Abraham, Ishmael and Yitzhak, they are two people different. They cannot live together. It's impossible. And it was very hard for Abraham. After all, Ishmael is his son, and Yitzhak is his son. And just imagine, it's impossible to tell Ishmael, get out from here. And Hashem said to Abraham, listen to your wife. Till now, we've been living in Shlom Bayit, not because of this, you will destroy Shlom Bayit. Listen to her. Na'aseh v'nishma. Okay? And then he listened to his wife. My friend, always we saw how Yitzhak Avinu, he lived with Rivka. Rivka, she loved Yaakov, and Yitzhak, he loved Esav. But it was a spiritual love. But we never saw that that Yitzhak and Rivka, they fighted why you love more Yaakov than Esav, and Yitzhak, he didn't tell Rivka why you no, and Rivka, she didn't tell to Yitzhak why you don't love Yaakov like you love Esav. I mean, Yitzhak loved Yaakov, Esav. Rivka, she loved Yaakov, but they did not fight because of this. They did not fight. And even when Rivka, she heard that Yitzhak, he wanted to give the big blessing to Esav, that he was a Rasha, she didn't fight him. She just she told Yaakov, look, listen to me, make food to your father and give it to your father to eat. I mean, you see, there was a real Shlom Bayit. And at the end of the story, Yitzhak did not fight Rivka. Why you did that to me? I wanted to bless Esav. Why you took the bracha from Esav? You took the opportunity that I am blind, I didn't see who was in front of me. Why it was Yaakov? No, the contrary. Yitzhak admitted what Rivka she did, it was the best. So now Rivka, she told Yitzhak, now that you agree with me, that Yaakov is the tzaddik, so now we're going to send him to my brother to get married. And Yitzhak, he said yes. Not only he sent him, but he blessed him again. Always there was a beautiful Shlom Bayit between Abraham and Sarah, Rivka and Yitzhak. Never they quarreled together. Each one understood the other one. It was the act like Na'aseh v'nishma. We do after we listen. Look, my friend, Yaakov Avinu, when he married Rachel and Leah, always he consulted them. Always he consulted them. He never did nothing without consulting them. It's very important in Shlom Bayit, each one should consult the other one. That each one should not think he's more than the other one. My friend, when Hashem, he told Moshe Rabbeinu, before the Jews left Egypt, I will hurt Pharaoh till he will know who I am. And we saw, I don't understand why Hashem, he had to send the 10 plague, and he drowned him on the sea. Hashem, he could do all this in one shot. Why it took 1 year to Hashem to do? You know why? Because Hashem, he knows that Paro was very arrogant. It will not be easy for Paro to realize who is Hashem, to know who is Hashem. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he wanted that Paro, he will finish his death at least by knowing who is Hashem. These people who die without discovering who is Hashem. Like I know somebody who passed away this week. He was a big philosopher, and he was very, he was a Jew, he was anti-Semite, he didn't believe in God. I mean, on Kippur he eats, he makes jokes about Jewish religion, and he was 99 years old. And he was a philosopher, and they told him, you are 99 years old, you are a philosopher, still you don't believe in Hashem? He said, no. Why this week he passed away? Now he will know who is Hashem. Hashem wanted that Paro, he will know who is him before he will take his life away. My friend, I want to tell you something. Unfortunately, today, we hear there is a lot of tzaddikim today. And we started to know about them only after their death. Wow, he was a tzaddik, ba. But when that tzaddik was alive, nobody cared about him. Nobody wanted to know who is him. The most important is to know who is the tzaddik. To know who is the tzaddik. Not to wait till the tzaddik die, pass away to know who was that tzaddik. Well, my friend, we can be married 40 years and we don't know the one that we are married with. There is condition. To know who is your wife, it's all life. Every day she will know. You will know who is she. I saw people that they got divorced after 70 years. There was a lady that she was 92 years old in Bnei Brak. She went with her husband to the Beit Din. She wanted to divorce her husband. And the Beit Din told her, are you crazy, madam? You are an old lady. He's the old man. And the old man, he was screaming and shouting, I will not give her the divorce. And the lady, she said, I don't like you. I am now a grandmother. I have 120 grandchildren. Basta, enough. I don't want to live with you anymore. I want my get. And the husband said, no, I will not give you the get. And the Beit Din, the rabbis were laughing. They did not know how to handle this. So they asked the lady, and they asked the rabbi, they asked the lady and they asked the man, why you want to divorce? The man said, I don't want to divorce. So why you don't want to divorce? She don't want to stay with you. Because I want to punish her. What kind of punishment? Because they know if I give her the divorce today and I pass away tomorrow, she will not sit Shiva for me. She will not mourn the Avilut for me during the whole year. So I want to make her suffer that if I pass away, she will have to stay. This is the halakha, sitting Shiva on me. She will not get away from this. The Beit Din were laughing, so they asked the old lady, and you why? So why you want to divorce? Well, exactly, I want to divorce because I hate him so much. I don't want to, if he die, that I have to stay Shiva for him. I don't want to mourn his death. I want to be free from now. Well, this is a story. You see, you can live with a wife 70 years, 90 years, you don't know her. She don't know, to get to know her, it's every day. It's every day. If you have to know that when you get married, you don't know who you married. Even if you have good information about her, even if you have good information about him, She is different of you. You are two people different completely. You have your customs, he has his customs. You're a man, he's a lady. You are a Jew from Morocco. She's Jewish from America, and you don't know who is she. And she's completely different from you. A lot of times people think that they know each other after a few times that they see each other in the shidduch. No. You get to know her all life, every day that you live with her. It's very, very important to know that. It takes years to know each one. I mean, the food that you like, he don't like, the clothes that you wear, he has other different of clothes. Even building a house. Huh. Each one he has his idea, but always I give an advice to people when it comes how to decorate the house. Let the wife, because this is she's more in the house more than you. When it comes to education, so in my marriage, I always did when it comes to anything material, it's my wife who decide. But when it comes and the education, spiritual education, it's me. And we agreed about that since the beginning. My friend, you know, it was a big rabbi, Rab Saadia Gaon, that every day he used to do teshuvah. Every day. So they asked him, why you do teshuvah every day? So he said, because every day I know Hashem more than yesterday. So I do teshuvah today. Why I didn't know Hashem yesterday like I know him today? That means that even knowing Hashem, it's every day. It's every day. Knowing your wife, it's every day. Knowing your husband, it's every day. You know, even Moshe Rabbeinu, alav shalom, he talked to Moshe Rabbeinu after 120 years. He told the Bnei Israel, I just got to know who is Hashem. Can you imagine Moshe Rabbeinu after he was in the Shamayim 3 times, 40 days, 40 nights? He was the big prophet. He speak to Hashem day and night, face to face, and he said, I don't know Hashem. I just get to know Hashem today. My friend, this is our mistake in Shlom Bayit. We think that we know the wife. She thinks that she knows her husband. I mean, the more that you do your best to know him, so the more you will love your husband. We know one thing, that the purpose of the creation of the world was for the man, was for the Torah. The first mitzvah that Hashem he gave to Adam and Chava, be together, live together, have children. Otherwise, this is no purpose. The first man and woman that they fighted, it was Adam and Chava. They fighted together. Chava, she told him, eat that fruit. Adam, he didn't want to eat. So Chava, he already ate it. So she told him, yes, you want that I die and that you will get another woman. So now she started to shout at him. She started to run after him. She started to smack him, to hurt him, that until he ate that fruit. Who is the one who made Shlom Bayit? After that big fight between Adam and Chava, it was Hashem. Can you imagine? There were only two. And they fighted the first day that Hashem created them. Because one he didn't know the other. And that it's a very, very a lesson for us. That to know each other, it takes time. So Hashem he made a Shlom Bayit between them. So Hashem he gives them rules. What the rules? That Chava will be Nida. And Chava, she has to be attracted to her husband. And her husband, he should wait 15 days, sometimes more, when she's Nida, and he miss her. So then Hashem made that kind of Shlom Bayit because Hashem is so. If both of them all the time they are together, they will fight. So at least Hashem give them, when she's nida, he give them distance. And Hashem he give that the woman she's waiting for compliment from her husband. The husband, instead of accusing his wife all the time, he has to give her a compliment. And she's waited for the compliment. She needs to wait that her husband tell her, you are the best, I love you, you are the woman of my life. She needs that kind of words. And this is, I think a lot of people, they're so arrogant, they are so snob. They don't want to tell that to their husband. No, it's a mistake. It's a mistake that the man, he don't show to her husband love. It's a mistake that the woman, she don't show to her husband love. This is a big mistake. Big mistake. Of course, in life there is always up and down, but Baruch Hashem, there is always up and down, but quickly you have to do the best, to do Shlom Bayit. I would like to tell you something very, very important. You know, there is a dam that it's used to hold back the water on the river. Sometimes, if there isn't the dam, the water can make a lot of damage. We have to know one thing, that if, God forbid, there is a fissure, there is a small hole in the dam, if you don't fix it right away, it could be dangerous. It could, the dam could collapse, and all the water that he was holding, it can kill millions of people. It can destroy cities. Well, my friend, the man and a woman, between them, if there is a bad word that has been used by the man or the woman, that make a hole in the dam. And another word could, the Shlom Bayit could collapse and could be very, 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 very bad. People think they know their wife. No. If they know their wife, so they should not repeat why a fight happened before. This is very important. A lot of times there is a fight between a man and the husband, and they do Shlom Bayit, but that Shlom Bayit is not a real Shlom Bayit. That never the lady or the man, they will forget the bad words that's been used. The only way that it will be forgotten, it takes sometimes years. I will tell you something. I am married with my wife for 41 years old now. And Baruch Hashem, we have grandchildren, we have children, we have, Baruch Hashem, our life was up and down. But don't forget, I have to tell you this, that on the Brit Milah of my son, Rabbi Raphael, that was about 40 years ago, I will never forget, my father was a Sandak, and usually my mother-in-law, she should bring the baby to my father. I think this is the custom in Morocco. But the custom on Algeria, the Jewish community in Algeria, is the mother-in-law who brings the baby. But my mother, she took the baby from her hand. She was upset, my mother-in-law, but she was a tzaddiket. She forgave, because she knew that my father is a tzaddik, so she forgot. But my wife, she did not forget. She did not forget. Even 41 years, even after 41 years of marriage, always she reminded me what happened. I mean, it's a fissure. I mean, it's like something, a hole that was made in the dam to hold the water, but I did it's in a way because I didn't agree. Today, when I talk to my wife, I tell her, Viviane, that was a mistake what my mother did. I had to correct what I did 40 years later. You know what? When I corrected this week, because I was preparing the show, so I said, well, if my wife till now she remind me what happened 40 years ago, so that means I did not correct, I did not fix the hole that I made in the dam. So I have to correct it. And then she smiled. She said, you say sorry to what your mother did to my mother, that both of them passed away 40 years later. I said, yes, that was my mistake. I should have give you a reason, and I didn't give you a reason. Sorry. So my friend, you understand that the Shlom Bayit, it's not easy. Anyway, it's not, marriage, it's like a carriage. It's like you go to a supermarket and you buy a lot of food and it's heavy, but you are with your wife. Both of you have to push the carriage. So a marriage, both of you have to push. It's a marriage. The marriage is the carriage. You have to push the marriage together. There was a big rabbi that his wife, she was not ill. No, excuse me, she was ill. And they went together they made an appointment to the doctor. So they went to the doctor, and the doctor received them. And the man said to the doctor, where am I? So the doctor said, who's the problem, you or her? So the man said, we are ill. We don't feel well. So the doctor said, if both of you don't feel well, so who's first? So he told her, my wife first. So he took care of his wife. He gave her medication. Now he told the husband, what about you? What's your problem? He said, no, I have no problem now. He said, but before you told me, both of you are ill. So he answered, well, if my wife, she's ill, I am ill. My wife, she's my half. So that's why I say we are ill. It's incredible example I took from that story. Look, my friend, if somebody has his finger is hurting him, it's not only he don't feel the pain only in the finger, he feel the pain on all his body. So my friend, this is very important. When your wife, she has a problem, with your husband has a problem, it's not only she has a problem, you have a problem. You have a problem, both of you. It's very important to show to each other, everyone should show to his partner that all her problem is his problem. All his problem is her problem. This is very, very, very important to understand this. My friend, all the time you have to fix. When there is a problem, fix it quick. Don't let it, because a problem after a problem, a problem after a problem. When on Shlom Bayit, at the end there is explosion. There is explosion. Look at Rabbi Akiva. How Rabbi Akiva he made Teshuvah? He saw a rock, and he saw a hole in the rock. So he said, how this, from where this hole came to the rock? And he saw drops of water. Drops. And he saw that those drops of water, every day, bam, 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 it made a hole. My friend, in Shlom Bayit too, when there is problem in Shlom Bayit and we don't fix it, one another, It's not only, I'm sorry, here's a bouquet of flower. That's a help. No. Your wife, she needs not just a sorry from the mouth. She needs attention. She needs really a sorry that there is no repetition. Otherwise, it's a problem. A lot of times people, they use the word, I'm going to divorce you. This is silly. This is stupid. I mean, okay, they don't divorce, but the children, they hear this. The children hear. They hear. A lot of times you use bad words. That's no good. That is like a drop of water, one after one. And then after Hashem Ishmor, probably could come. I would like to tell you a story, a beautiful story. There was a couple who came, and the man started to talk. Rabbi, I am fed up with all the what I do for my wife. I give her money. I buy her clothes. The house is not clean. I have to clean the house. She don't cook. I have to cook. And always she's sitting on the telephone. And really, Rabbi, I don't know what to do. And his wife, she was sitting and listening. She don't take the clothes to the dry cleaning. I have to make. She don't do the bed. Rabbi, if it's Shabbat, I have to buy the Shabbat. Rabbi, I don't know what to do with her. Can you tell us what to do? So the wife, she looked at him. She was laughing. So she told him, well, if you didn't marry a woman, so divorce me. Give me the get. If I am not a good... So he told her, of course you deserve that I divorce you because you don't act as a woman. So both of them, they were looking at me, what I'm going to answer. So I asked the wife, Madame, can you tell me, I heard your husband talking, and can you have something to defend yourself? She said, yes. He don't give me the opportunity to act like a wife. I didn't ask him to do the house. He don't let me doing the house. He want to buy my love by doing what he's doing. But it's the contrary. The more he do that, he take from me what I should do. He took from me my role. And this is something that he is the man to be accused, not me. He's the one to be accused, not me. Why every time I want to go to do shopping, he don't give me money. He tell me, I do the shopping, I know what the house need. When I want to do some decoration, no, you don't need, you don't know how to do decoration. I will decorate the house myself. I know what to do. Food, he do food that he want. He don't let me, he tell me, he don't like my food because my food is Ashkenaz and he is Sepharad. So he don't like my food. So I told him, so teach me. He said, no, you have no brain to know how to cook our food. So, Rabbi. So I let him do, because he want to do. He want to do the bed. He want to do the house. He want to do this. So it took for me all my willing, all my responsibility. He took it from me. So I think, Rabbi, it's not worth to stay with him. He needs somebody like him. Maybe he needs somebody that is lazy. He made me to be lazy. So I told the Madame, what about if he change? That he will give you your rules. So he said, if he change, if he give me my rules, I'd be happy to live with him because I don't want to divorce her, really. So I looked at him. I told him, sir, it's your fault. From now on, do what the Rambam said. The Rambam said, there is rules for the woman, there is rules for the man. The rules for the woman is to take care of the children, to take care of the house, to take care of the food, and to be pretty for her husband. The rules of the man is to give kavod to her wife, his wife, to tell her it's nice your food, even if it's not nice. Give her compliment. Hashem created the woman to receive only compliments for the wife, for the husband. Hashem didn't say in the Torah that the wife should give compliment to the man. Of course, if she do it, it's good. But what Hashem exiges from the man, look, give compliment to your wife. And Hashem said to the woman, be nice to your husband. Be attractive for your husband. Show him that you love him. Show him that he's the only one in your life. By being nice, and the husband should buy her presents so she can be nice to him. So there is rules. A man has no right to go to the kitchen. The same way, the woman, she has no right to interfere on the business of her husband, unless if he asks her an advice. So my friend, you see, and I would like to finish with this. There is Isha. Hashem created at the beginning only the man, not the wife. So the man asked Hashem, why you don't have a wife? Hashem wanted that he demands for a wife, so he will not accuse. Why the wife that you give me, she's not what I want. So Hashem wanted that the man will ask. So the man asked, I want a wife. Please, Hashem, I'm lonely. So Hashem gave him a wife. He married them. And they were together. And Hashem put in the man a Yud, Ish. There is a Yud and Ish. And Hashem put a He on the woman, Isha. Isha, a woman. So, Yud Ke. Yud Ke is the name of Hashem. If you take a Yud from the man, you take the He from the woman, it remains Esh, fire. That means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu know that between a man and a woman, it's very important to have Shlom Bayit. Hashem needs to be with them. You need to be with them. So Hashem live with them. And this is very important. There is a man who came to see me this week, Adon, Mr. Akiva. He is in charge of the hospital Sha'ari Tzedek. He told me that he was in the funeral of the big tzaddik, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. He was in the funeral of his wife, the wife of Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. And usually there is a custom that before they buried the wife, the Rav, he would ask her mechila for all what he did to her. If one day during their life they were married maybe 70 years of marriage, maybe he did something wrong to her, to ask her mechila. And you know what he said in front of everybody? He said, my dear wife, I don't need to ask you mechila, sorry for doing to you something bad in our 70 years of marriage, because we had always Hashem with us. We never fighted. You never told me something that hurt me. I never hurt you. Always we've been together. So, see you in the other world. My friend, it's incredible story. And there is another story about them, that one day Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, Alav Shalom, when he arrived home, he started to arrange his coat and his head. So those who were with him, they asked him, but you are going to your house. It's like you enter to a house of a king. He said, yes, there is a king in my house. Who's the king? Hashem. Because my wife and me, we never fight. So, because we never fight, the name of Hashem is in the house. Yud K is the house. So, for the kavod of Hashem, I go. I prepare myself to enter. Right, good. My friend, I would like to wish to all of you, baracha v'atzlacha, and don't forget one thing. Don't forget one thing. Always you have to see on your wife your partner. Your partner. If you see a half of you, always if you see a half of you, the same way that you cannot hurt your half that is on you, so you cannot hurt your wife. And the wife too, she should feel that she's a half, a part of her husband. The same way she cannot hurt her part, she cannot hurt the part of her husband. By doing that, well, it's really the art of living together and to live in Shlom Bayit. Hashem bless you. Amen. Thank you.